Hey everybody, what's up? How's it going? I'm Jordy with Gun Traditions. Now, if you've watched many of my videos, you've probably seen me parading about with a giant pistol on the front of my waist. My giant Glock 20, double stack 10mm automatic pistol that weighs about a half a ton. Now, I'm not wearing that anymore, as you can tell. It's a huge thing, it's a hand cannon, it just gets in the way, it's too big and too heavy. Now, there's just really no sense in carrying something like that big, because you just can't conceal it and it's just functionless, right? It's not hard to conceal a big pistol. I've got this one right here. Right? This is what's considered a whopper. It's not really, not really huge, but it's a full sized. It's a 4.5-inch barrel, holds 15 rounds of 10mm automatic, which is a powerful cartridge too. Can you tell that I'm wearing a pistol? No, not really. What if I were to hold this really stiff and straight? You can kind of see something a little bit at that point, but that's okay. I just tell people it's my colostomy bag, and then they give me plenty of room. So the 10mm, the Glock 20, it's my favorite pistol, mainly because it was the first pistol I bought, and I really just fell in love with the 10mm cartridge. That 10mm auto, it's a fast, hard-hitting, nice and heavy, but good penetrating cartridge, and I love it, and I like the Glock. What I like best about the Glock, check this again before I play with it. What I like best about the Glock is that it's good for my big hands. I have big hands. And most of these pistols, even the Glock 29, you know, the shorter handled version of this thing basically, there's not enough grip for my hand. I hold it and it feels like I'm holding a baby's toy. If you've got big hands, and you want a nice double stack pistol, really consider the Glock 20. It's a great pistol, and I love it. It's got some weight to it, but it's not too heavy. It's not unmanageable in recoil. In fact, with a full magazine, it's got really good balance. See, here's one of the big negatives with the gun that holds 10 plus rounds, is that the weight changes a lot between an empty mag and a full mag, or even a half mag. It starts out being very well balanced, weighted in the hand, slightly heavy back, but very well balanced on the first shot. But as I get about halfway through the magazine, it starts to want to do this, and then it starts to really want to point down more, just because the weight changes so much after shooting 14 of the 15 rounds that are in the magazine. The Glocks are nothing pretty to look at, but I don't care, because neither am I. I'm not trying to win a beauty pageant here with a pistol. I'm trying to get the most functional thing that I can find at a decent price that also has the highest capacity and has the most potential use out of it. Now, Glocks are very hard to wear out. There's a lot of guns that are very hard to wear out, but Glocks, they're hard to wear out, hard to make them quit, hard to make them stop functioning. Trigger on the Glocks isn't necessarily the greatest, but we can really work that out fairly well. There's any of the newer generation Glocks, you can get a drop-in trigger from multiple different companies. It really is nice. There's even some actual competition type drop-in triggers that make that 6.5 pound Glock trigger pull with a giant spongy feeling to it feel pretty nice. You can also do a good at-home trigger job on that. Actually, if you're interested, go and check out guntradition.com, my website, and I wrote a great article on how to do an at-home Glock trigger job, polishing the Glock trigger bar and assembly. And it really does increase the overall accuracy by smoothing out and lightening the trigger pull. So go check that out at guntradition.com at my website. I'm going to go ahead and put my carry ammo back in this thing now. No way I'm shooting a bunch of $1.50 around shots at a stump over here in the woods. No, I'm going to shoot cheap PPU, Cellar and Belliot type stuff. Anyway, that brings us to another point, cost. Cost of the ammo. Is ammo expensive? Not really. Currently everything's expensive. The 10mm ammo, good 10mm ammo costs about the same as good 45 ACP, as good 357 ammo. Good ammo costs about the same all around the board. There is some cheaper ammo for the 10mm. You can get some of the European stuff, PPU, the Cellar and Belliot. I buy a lot of that stuff. I bought 1,000 rounds at the gun shop recently. It was awesome. Ammo's not bad. 60 cents a round is kind of the average going rate. I buy my ammo for between 40 cents a round and 70 cents a round for the target ammo, depending on who's got it and what I have to pay right now. And that's with the currently inflated prices. So ammo price isn't bad. Is it overly powerful? You saw me firing over there. I mean, I had a little bit of a sloppy posture when I was shooting, but it still wasn't unmanageable. It's not a big deal. Recoil, if you've ever shot a 45 ACP, not the same thing. A little bit faster recoiling, but no more recoil. It's the same as shooting a hot 40, basically. A little bit heavier than that. If I go up to the really hot loads, like your Buffalo Bore, some of the Corbon and Underwood ammo, I can, push the recoil a little bit more, but still not unmanageable at all. It doesn't hurt the hand, it doesn't hurt the wrist. I've got carpal tunnel in this hand from work. My pistol doesn't bother it. Now, hammering nails into concrete all day, that bothers my hand, but shooting my 10mm Glock, my Glock 20, doesn't hurt my hands. There's no pain. It doesn't feel like my hand is slapping because it's a full-size pistol with a lot of grip space on there, and it's got some good weight to it. Not a ton because it's a plastic lower half of the pistol, but it's got plenty of weight to it to mitigate recoil. It's a large enough pistol that you can really get a good hand on it to just keep it from snapping too much. I love the Glock 20. It's my favorite 10mm pistol out there, period. Go ahead and look at some. They're awesome. You want a good gun for bear defense? That's the minimum you should consider. You want a good gun for home defense? Sure. Glock 20 is great for that. High capacity. It's a good, powerful round. It's amazing. Deer hunting. I'm actually planning on deer hunting with my 10mm Glock this year, as long as I can get them in close enough. If not, I've got my 7.62 39 AR that I'm going to use as well. I'll bring them both and see what I can do when I'm out hunting this year. All right, well, I've got some work to do, so I got to get going home now. Quit playing, go home and help my wife out, because we got a new baby at home. So I hope you guys like this video. I'll catch you later. Don't forget to click the like button and look around for more good information, and I'll catch you later. Bye now. Hey, 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 hey.